What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and if I had a nickel for every time that a member of Congress flipped, well, I would be a very rich man. What we're hearing is Senator Joe Manchin has flipped 4 more stimulus. That is right. We're hearing that he decided to go with a reconciliation bill, and now he's doubling down as he's receiving pressure from Republicans to pull out. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, as you guys know, I've been keeping you up to date here on the channel on this, and we heard that they were going to be passing a reconciliation bill this month that would then be followed up by executive orders and executive actions for provisions that are not included in the bill. And we're hearing rumors of child tax credits, wiping out student loan debt, increases to Social Security, stimulus checks for gas and inflation, a recession. Going to keep you up to date on all of it. Well, take a look at the headlines, you guys. Democrats are racing to reach a deal to prevent a spike in healthcare premiums, as they're saying this will be addressed in this reconciliation bill that they want to pass this month. Now, I also let you know that there was a bump in the road as sidelined by the pandemic. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer goes hard from Brooklyn as he's working from home, trying to get things done, but they have to wait to pass it in the Senate until he can arrive in person, but they're still saying they want to get it done this month. Now, also, though, we're hearing an ultimatum has been placed on the table by Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, who says, we don't want to pass any more stimulus or reckless spending. We're causing too much inflation. Take a look at the headlines. McConnell's ultimatum endangers the China competition bill. He said the China's Competes Act, I'm not going to support it. You had bipartisan support. I'm not going to get on board unless you do not pass that Build Back Better reconciliation bill. He says you got to stop it. We need to stop the spending. Well, take a look, you guys. Joe Manchin says that McConnell's threats to sink the bipartisan bill challenging China's economic power won't make him walk away from Biden's agenda as he doubles down and says, you know what? Now I'm going to make sure that this gets pushed through, you guys. So I've got the video footage for you of what McConnell actually had to say and what Joe Manchin is now saying in response to that, as we're hearing they want to push for this to get done. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I've heard a lot of people vocalize, let's just step away from the Build Back Better bill and pass stimulus checks. They've been the #1 top provision to help out people in the country, and all of this additional spending is what's sparking all of the inflation. Step away from those, send direct assistance to people. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you support the Build Back Better reconciliation bill to lower the cost of prescription drugs, help out the climate, and some of the other provisions that are included? Not all of the details have been released. Or do you think that they should not do that and just send out stimulus checks, child tax credits, other provisions that are direct assistance payments to people? Well, let me know your thoughts, you guys, but we're going to dive into the video footage and the latest and get you caught up. Now, also, in addition to that, this month, I'm going to be releasing the comprehensive list of all stimulus checks on all levels, states, cities, and counties, because a lot of people think there's only the federal checks, and that's not the case. These have been poorly advertised by local government entities. These are only available for a limited amount of time, and in many cases, you have to apply, and if you do not, this money that was available to you, you miss out and it goes back to the federal government. And I want to make sure that that does not happen to anybody here on my channel. I want to make sure that you know about all stimulus checks, child tax credits, rebates that are available to you. I'm going to give you all the contact information, the websites, how to apply, all in one location, easy to access and use. I'm going to be releasing that this month. Keep an eye out for it. We're going to be putting a website where you can go put your email in and be notified right away. So that is coming here very soon. Keep an eye out for that. Now, also in addition to that, on the second channel, the Steve Ram Finance channel, I'm going to be sharing with you information every day at noon this week, short little videos to help you stay up to date on what's happening with our economy, investing, so that way you know what's going on. Check that out if you're interested. I will pin a comment down below, click the link, go subscribe, turn on notifications every day at noon Central Standard Time. Short videos coming out on the real estate market, growing wealth, what's happening with stocks, cryptos. So keep an eye out for that as well if you're interested. I hope that's a blessing to you. But with that being said, you guys, let's dive into the video footage and articles coming out right now on the doubling down of Joe Manchin on stimulus. Now, also, before we do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the updates, smash the like button for me. Share this out if you think it could help out other people. Leave your comments. If you want to stay up to date, it's free. Why not? Come join the Ram fam. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell. I share with you all the latest news. Put it on the screen so you can see it for yourself. And I cite all my sources in the description, so you can go read them too if you'd like. And if you got any specific questions for me, I'm easy to get a hold of directly. Just hop onto Instagram, shoot me a DM at SteveRam3. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in, and let's start off with the video footage so you can see it for yourself of what Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell had to say with an ultimatum against the Build Back Better reconciliation stimulus bill.
Persistent rumors that all of you have been writing about that some version of Build Back Better, or what we call reckless tax and spending, is seeking to make a comeback. From looking at what you all have been filing about these discussions, it appears as if they want to target businesses they don't really understand, which are pass-throughs. The vast majority of American businesses are not incorporated. They pay as individuals pay through these companies that employ an enormous number of people. Just to pick out four kind of random states out of the blue, in Georgia, Nevada, and Arizona, just to pick a few states, 58% of the private sector workers are actually employed by pass-throughs. In New Hampshire, just to pick another state out of the blue, 61.7% of the employees in New Hampshire are employed not by corporations, but by pass-throughs. And in West Virginia, just to pick another state out of the blue, in West Virginia, a whopping 95% of businesses are pass-throughs. 95% of the businesses in West Virginia are pass-throughs, and about 58% of the employees. So what are they looking at doing here? First, they overstimulated the economy by dropping almost $2 trillion on the economy last year. At the time, Larry Summers and Jason Furman said this is going to create record inflation, and it did. And now they want to pour fuel on the flames by making it more likely that we go into a recession by raising taxes on all of these businesses, the vast majority of businesses in America, which will only cause them to reduce the number of employees. So that's where they're trying to head. And I would continue to ask those who may be negotiating this if they fully understand the consequences of what they think they're about to do.
So there you have it, you guys. That was Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell saying that if they pass that Build Back Better reconciliation bill, it's going to be increasing taxation on small businesses, which is more than likely going to be pushing us even closer into a recession. Now, also yesterday, though, I let you know that we had heard that if we do enter into a recession, it's going to be increasing the probability that we're going to be getting stimulus check assistance here very soon. So we will see. I will keep you up to date on what's going to be unfolding. But let's take a look at these articles that are going to let us know what exactly is on the line here with this ultimatum from Mitch McConnell. And then we're going to be taking a look at what Joe Manchin had to say in responses. Right away, he's saying, that's making me want to pass this even more. Take a look, you guys. Link in the description below to this article that came out that says McConnell's ultimatum endangers the China competition bill. Now, the fate of the bipartisan legislation to boost U.S. competitiveness with China could be imperiled by political battles. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer aims to pass a party-line economic package to lower drug prices and raise taxes on high earners, despite Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell's threats to block the China-centric measure if Democrats move forward with the reconciliation bill known as Build Back Better. Now, the push and pull between Senate leaders could undermine legislation that would provide $52 billion in subsidies to restore domestic semiconductor manufacturing, along with other measures aimed at shoring up the nation's supply chains and reducing U.S. dependence on China. That funding was at one time viewed as almost inevitable. Several chip makers unveiled plans to build multi-billion-dollar facilities in the U.S. contingent on federal dollars. But recent developments have thrown its future into question, and that is the ultimatum by Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. But take a look, you guys. Link in the description below to this article that came out that says Joe Manchin says McConnell's threats to sink a bipartisan bill challenging China's economic power won't make him walk away from Biden's agenda. It's almost like as soon as he feels resistance, he pushes even harder. So if you want him to do something, all you got to do is threaten to do the opposite. Senator Joe Manchin said on Monday that he is not dissuaded by threats from the top Senate Republican leader to sink the bipartisan bill strengthening economic competitiveness against China. He said, "I'm not walking away. If anybody's going to threaten me or hold me hostage, if I can help the country." The conservative Democrat told reporters, and if they want to play politics and play party politics, shame on them. Manchin added it was so wrong of Senate Majority Leader Mitch that's supposed to be Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, but it might be Majority Leader here after the midterm elections. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky to issue threats to sink the bipartisan USICA legislation, which would boost federal investments on emerging technologies like computer chips. The Kentucky Republican reiterated the ultimatum tied to the recent Democratic efforts to resurrect the economic agenda only hours later. Now, here's McConnell's response. He said party line scheming is going to crowd that out. McConnell said on the Senate floor on Monday, "Our side cannot agree to frantically steamroll through bipartisan talks in order to meet an artificial timeline so our Democratic colleagues can clear the decks to ram through a party line tax hike." So, man, there you have it, you guys. McConnell's saying, don't do this. It's going to cause a recession. This is bad legislation, reckless spending. And we're hearing that Joe Manchin's responding and saying, this is going to go through. Don't threaten me. I'm going to double down. And we're hearing that right after this passes. They want to pass it this month. Executive orders and actions for direct assistance will be rolling out right after, and all of this is happening right before these midterm elections. So we will see you guys, and I will keep you up to date every step of the way. But that is the latest on the reconciliation bill and more stimulus. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button if you appreciate the updates. Helps me out with the channel a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's free. Why not? Come join the Ram fam. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining that second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. New videos, short videos coming out at noon every single day this week so you can stay informed. And keep an eye out for that comprehensive list of all checks and all levels so you don't miss out on anything. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.